And his opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner, from Amman, Jordan, Bassil Narmouq.
Here's the real, I pop the top like champagne bottles to chill, nothing but ice. Now I send it up to the greatest to tell them I'm nice too. Plus push some nice scoops and ain't roll like deuce, man. I'm OG Bobby J, and we swing the soccer fields, yeah. Nigga, respect that, or get your mind around and get it pushed back. Y'all don't want that. I send them to the mall, I keep my bitches bouncing for sure. In the club with no gun, got them taking it all. Can't help that. I'm that nigga that puts it down when I hit. That's it, I'm up in the mind, axing them home in the throwback. West 44 Lakers, let's make no mistakes when these F's take place. What's the procedure with a gun in your face when you got one in your waist? Let's cock back, nigga, and I'll come back. We gon' clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back. Let's take the wall, nigga. We gon' clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this amateur bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Your referee in charge of the action, the third man inside the cage, Rich Mitchell. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, his official weight, 155 1/2 pounds. He hails from the country of Tunisia. Here is Abdel Karim Teshron. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. His weight, 154 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of and representing Amman, Jordan, and Jordan Kickboxing Academy, here is Bassil Narmouq.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the new boxing arena at the King Hussein U City. My name is John Gooden, and joining me cage side is Josh Palmer. It's a pleasure to be here. Contest number 1 underway. We have Abdel Karim Teshron, who is wearing the black and white shorts, and Bassil Narmouq in the red and white shorts.
Yeah, amateur fight to get us started here, John. So three-minute rounds, the slightly larger 8-ounce MMA sparring gloves for the combatants here. Tentative start from both fighters.
Yes, and Narmouq was looking to start firing. He's very much got the crowd behind him this evening.
Yeah, he threw that kick and immediately the crowd cheered. So you've got to figure he's the hometown favourite.
Absolutely, representing Jordan Kickboxing Academy. Whereas Abdel Karim Teshron is representing Big Jim in Tunisia.
Now Teshron's dived in for a takedown, but jumping straight for a flying guillotine is Bassil Narmouq.
He's looking pretty composed as gradually Teshron is dropping his weight.
Yeah, he's going to have a hard time of holding on in mid-air if Teshron can keep a good pace, but he's going to look to switch to the armbar. Good grip under the leg. Hampered a bit by the cage, though.
A good couple of strikes landing from Teshron since he's popped his head out of that guillotine attempt.
Oh, immediately looking to grab the leg when his opponent made a half motion to stand up. The problem he's got is that would sweep him to his left side, and of course the cage is blocking any of his particular sweeps.
Teshrun looking in pretty good control here at the moment. Sitting back on his heels and trying to fire some hammer fists and straight punches to the face of Narmouq.
Yeah, good composure shown by the Jordanian though. Again, he looks to sweep to one side, the side where the cage is. That's a problem you find with a lot of jiu-jitsu guys. They can tend to be one side dominant.
Yes, and Narmouq really needs to break Teshrun's posture here if he's going to limit the damage. An opportunity there for a triangle. Teshrun's got to be careful when he kicks back that hand that Narmouq doesn't throw up a leg and look for the crooked guard and a triangle.
Well, he's doing a good job of getting his head up when he does it. He's keeping a higher posture. All of that's going to limit the chance for the ground man to get that purchase on that submission attempt. Bit of wrist control here, looking for the hip bump sweep. Getting a good job of getting his hips up the whole way, but not quite successful, and he's managed to square the angle back up. As
tries again, and this time he is successful. And the local man is on top.
Yeah, good. Oh, and saved by the bell at the end there with Kareem Teshrun. Yeah, Narmouq tried and tried and tried for that sweep. Eventually, he scored it. One of the most basic jiu-jitsu sweeps there is. The good old-fashioned hip bump really landed him in a dominant position at the end of that round.
Yeah, shame the buzzer came a little too soon for him. It took a couple of shots there in that round. There's some damage to the left eye. I believe that Abdel Kareem Teshrun will be the happier man as he sits down on the stool in his corner.
Yeah, I think you're right, John. I think the judges are probably going to see that round going the way of the Tunisian. He did land some reasonable ground and pound. He was threatened with a sweep a couple of times, and although he was swept, it was only the last 10 seconds, and he didn't take a huge amount of damage off the end of it.
So a risky technique with a jumping guillotine has landed the local man from the Jordan Kickboxing Academy in some troubled water. So the cage door is closed and we're ready to get the second round underway in this amateur lightweight contest. Our referee for this one, Rich No Nonsense Mitchell.
And as we mentioned, John, some damage to the left cheek of Bassil Narmouq, really showing a few signs of wear and tear there.
Yes, and a slightly more measured approach from these fighters in this second round. Earned one another's respect in the first. But the local man has closed the distance.
Really interesting body language from Kareem Teshrun, though. He's circling a lot and really on the back foot here. He doesn't seem to have any impetus to come forward and throw any strikes.
This is a big stage for these young amateurs, debuting in front of a big crowd. Certainly a difficult one for Abdul, given that he's not in his own backyard this time. Very much on his toes for the start of this round as he looks for another takedown, but is locked up by the local man, Bassil Narmouq.
I think there's perhaps some signs of fatigue setting in the Tunisian's mind now. He really is on the back foot here. It's a very odd start considering he came out quite aggressively in the first round.
And a couple of big right hand attempts from Bassil Narmouq, not quite finding a home. Good scramble. Oh, and Narmouq's got to be careful that he doesn't leave his head in. He pops out nicely and spurred on by the crowd. He's finding some energy to throw down.
Could well be a finish here if he could just pile it on, but he makes the decision to let him stand back up, which is a really odd one to me.
Very baffling there.
He was in a dominant position. His opponent is clearly tired. He was landing significant strikes, but has opted to let Kareem Teshrun stand back up. Very odd tactics by the Jordanian.
It is indeed, because Bassil is actually a combat sambo guy, so you would imagine that he's going to have a pretty decent ground game. It was in the ground, he was in top position, as you were rightly saying, Josh. But he can see that Abdel Tashrun doesn't really want much of a part of his stand-up.
No, but he completes the takedown nonetheless. He perhaps got a bit overzealous coming in for the finish and didn't appreciate. Oh, but triangle attempt here. He's got one arm in, one arm out, looking to lock it up.
Doing well to make the small adjustments to get this triangle even tighter.
He's going to have to be careful here. He's got
quite nicely out of that one.
He's in a horrible position if his opponent chooses to throw some strikes.
Last few seconds, Josh.
And looking for a straight ankle lock, 50-50 guard.
And once again,
well,
the bell comes just in time for Tashrun.
Yeah, it's another strong finish to the round for Bassil Narmouq, but I have to say a very, very odd game plan by both fighters here.
And Tashrun looks...
I think we could see this waved off here. I mean, referee Rich Mitchell's sending him back to his corner, but he really did get up very slowly.
Both fighters, in fact, and even the cornermen are taking their time to get in. So it's an interesting one to score, Josh, but I reckon the local man probably has the edge now. He's got the momentum behind him going into the third round.
Yeah, I mean, for my money, it's probably a drawn fight, depending on how vicious the referees choose to be for really what was the constant backpedaling, of Karim Teshrun in that second round. But
yeah.
I think in all likelihood, one round apiece here as we go into the third.
Yeah, Teshrun, I'm not sure quite has the gas for this third. Rich Mitchell asking Abdel Karim Tashrun if he wanted to fight on. He seems to be having a problem with his left hand. And already backing away into his opposite corner. Oh, and a head kick from Bassil Narmouq.
Yeah, didn't quite catch him full bore, but it's done enough to keep the Tunisian backing up. Spinning back kick attempt to the head. I think really he stood him back up. He wants to flash KO, doesn't he?
Looking for the Hollywood knockout.
I think we're going to have to see a stop to this soon. Clearly, Karim Teshrun doesn't want to be here right now.
Narmouq is really urging for this to be a standing encounter.
I think if one of these guys were to really drive forward and push the pace, they'd cause the other some problems.
Teshrun does have a background in jiu-jitsu and boxing. We certainly haven't seen his boxing this evening, and he's almost turning his back on his opponent.
Oh!
And he's taking a couple of soccer kicks. And Tashrun has been defeated by the local man from Jordan Kickboxing Academy. Your winner, Bassil Narmouq.
Yeah, good decision by referee Rich Mitchell to step in there. He did give Abdel Karim Tashrun plenty of chances to show that he wanted to be in this fight, but turning away whilst you're taking some kicks to the heads and the forearms, leaving the referee little choice here.
So 58 seconds gone in that third round sees the winner, Bassil Narmouq. Congratulations to him. Hard luck to Abdel Karim Tashrun, who looked to have his will broken in that third round, which forced the referee stoppage.